Kiki McDonough's colorful jewelry designs are fit for royalty, and her pieces are frequently spotted on Kate Middleton, Duchess of Cambridge. Kiki joins us now to discuss the luxury jewelry business and her latest collections. Kiki, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And welcome to New York.
Thank you.
Tell us about your jewelry line, because you are famous for the colors. Correct?
Yes, absolutely. I am famous for the colour combinations, and the colour combinations started. I'm a great fan of the ballet. It's one of my passions in life. And I went to Covent Garden, it was about 20 years ago, and I saw the Sleeping Beauty. And the Spring Fairy came on with the most beautiful tutu of pale blue and green. And I thought, if you can do those colour combinations in costumes, you must be able to do it in jewellery. And I came back the following day and designed some earrings with blue topaz and peridot. And everybody was like, oh my goodness.
Those were your first pair of earrings?
Well, they weren't my first, but they were my first colour combinations. And everybody, the girls who worked for me went, oh my goodness, are you sure we're going to sell those? And I said, you know, we are going to try. Anyway.
And your line took off partially because the Duchess of Cambridge is also a fan. How did you first get her attention?
Well, I think my jewellery is actually very easy to wear. I think there are a lot of working women, working mothers, and a lot of mothers who wear it. You can get up in the morning, you can put a pair of my earrings on, and if you're still wearing them at the end of the day when you've been to lunch or a meeting or dinner with friends, they still look good and right.
Yes.
And I
should point out that I am wearing a beautiful pair of your earrings and the bracelet, and I feel like I look entirely appropriate.
You do.
Thank you.
And so I think it's just very easy jewellery to wear, and I think it suits her lifestyle.
Absolutely. Now, tell us about the stones that you like to use.
Well, I love lavender amethyst. It's got a lovely sort of pink purpley hue, which does actually suit me, not everybody. But I love all the colours. I think that to wear a pair of coloured earrings on your ears when you're wearing a black polo neck or a black trousers, and suddenly you've got a pop of colour on your ears, and you think, lovely. Oh, I feel really good today.
And you mentioned ballet inspires you. You have a pair of earrings here that you actually designed together with a ballet dancer, is that correct?
I did, yes. Lauren Cuthbertson, who's one of the principal ballet dancers at the Royal Opera House in Covent Garden.
And
she
that's
and I,
these right here, correct?
Correct. She and I designed the Lauren collection together. And I love them. I think they're so pretty.
Beautiful.
I think they're easy to wear and just...
Where else do you get your inspiration? From nature?
I think actually I get my inspiration from my clients and my own lifestyle, which is, you know, working, going to see friends, going to the odd football match, because I'm a mad Liverpool supporter, slightly oddly, and just going out and about. And I think I get my inspiration from other people's enthusiasm.
Now, your jewellery is not just for royalty, as we were talking about. What is the price point of your pieces?
Well, I think the jewellery starts at about $700 and then goes up to about, I suppose, up to about $12,000, but most of the pieces that I design tend to be up to about $3,000.
And these are all pieces from your new fall line, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, gorgeous. Yes. Is there anything special that inspired you for this particular line?
Well, I love pink. You can probably see I love pink. I love pink, and quite a lot of people have been asking for pink in the last few months. So a lot of the jewellery I've got there is pink inspired. As you can see, the lavender and the morganite and the pink tourmalines.
Gorgeous, gorgeous colours. Now, how did you get started in jewellery? You have sort of an interesting background.
Well, my father, great-grandfather and great-grandfather were actually in the jewellery trade, but they sold antique jewellery. And for me, that wasn't nearly buzzy enough. And so a friend of mine actually rang me up one day and said, would you come, he had an antique jewellery shop, would you design a modern jewellery range for me? And initially I said, no, why would I do that? You know, why would you ask me? It's a very odd question. I was a secretary at the time. And he said, no, I think you can do it. And I went, no, I can't at all. And he said, no, I think we're going to give it a try. I went, OK. So I started with a blank piece of paper and a pencil and sat there for a little bit, looking a bit nervous and worried. And then he had a brooch in his antique jewellery collection, which was round crystal with a gold set bow on the top with pearls around the outside. And I thought, I know what, I'll design a pair of earrings, heart-shaped crystals with the diamond bow at the top, and do them in all sizes, with and without diamonds. And I put them on the shelf, and I hope for the best. And the rest is history.
They were a huge hit.
They were a huge hit.
And now today you are both the right brain of your company and the left brain. You are the creative side and you take care of the business. How? Yeah. Not many people are able to do that.
No, and I think that's right. I mean, most people, the creative people, are not interested in the business side, and the business side are not interested in the creative. I think, but I love both, and I think probably because the company is mine, you know, you've got a vested interest in making it work, and I think I do love both sides. But you know, the business has got much bigger recently, so there is a bit of. I think I might
at some point.
I think so.
Now, is the Brexit vote impacting the luxury jewelry business at all in the UK?
I think not, actually. I think, obviously, our currency's gone down against the dollar, so, you know, our exports have gone up.
So that's good for you in the US.
Yeah, it's good for me in the US, yes. We've sold a lot of jewellery in the US recently. But I think, no, I don't think it is, actually, because I think if you like a product enough, you're going to buy it, and particularly if you can't get it somewhere else.
Absolutely.
You know. So I don't think it will affect, and everybody has to trade with everybody else. You know, this is the real world.
Right.
And so, you know, I doubt very many doors are going to be slammed in anybody's face.
Not with these gorgeous pieces of jewelry.
Hopefully
Kiki
not.
McDonough, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much for asking me.